Beautiful. Yeah, so the solar flare situation, it's like I'm not good at the lingo. Something about it being X1 solar flare activity. It hasn't been this intense since like 2003, I think, on Halloween as well, which
Yeah,
is
exactly
interesting.
the same time. Is it 18 years ago? Exactly the same day, the same time,
What's that
everything.
about? Why? That's so weird.
We live in cycles.
18
I
years.
don't know. I think they've messed with our time so much that I think we're on repeat at the moment. We just keep going back because there's some strange things that are happening, and I'm just like, it just doesn't make sense. That wasn't there like 10 years ago. Like, I don't know if you know about the Trump book that his son's in, the Baron Trump book.
Yes, I actually read the book.
I mean, but the thing is, right, okay, I've been on this Trump train since 2015 when he said I just knew he was gonna win. So I don't understand how I've only just heard about this book in the past year or so. And I've followed Q, like I'm not really into Q that much anymore, but from the beginning I was like with Anonymous, and I was with Q, and I knew all this. I went down some rabbit holes, and this book has just appeared, and I'm just like, no. Yesterday I was saying to my husband, I think this is one of those Mandela effects. I think they've gone back and planted it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely Mandela effects happening a lot lately.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I heard about it. When did I hear about it? About a year and a half, when like after the lockdown began. I watched the documentary Fall of Cabal. I don't know if you guys heard of it, but it was mentioned
I watched it.
Watched that.
Okay, yeah, so it was mentioned there, and I was just like, okay, and I ordered it, and I got all the books in one. I ended up not reading the very last one. It's just about it's called the Last President, and I began reading it, but I'm just so not into politics. I got bored, to be honest. Maybe one day.
Yeah, it's just a weird one because a year and a half ago, this book suddenly popped up, and I know and I'm like, no, this isn't right. And it's word for word. Apparently, it's like it's going word for word for what's going on with Trump and stuff like that. And I just thought something's not right.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Mandela effect, yeah, because it's just popped out of the blue from there's the Baron book, but where was it before?
When did it come out? It came out 1890 something, I think, right? It's probably like just kind of, I mean, unless it's just the whole Mandela effect situation, but who knows?
That's what I mean, because I don't like to go down this whole Trump thing, right? But with my deep diving, I found out that Trump's grandfather or uncle or something was like got hold of Nikola Tesla's papers, so he knew about time travel. So the Trumps have always known about this time travel,
right?
So that's why it makes me think, what have they gone back and planted this book,
right?
And now it's coming to fruition. Yeah, it's just
like, yeah, this whole time travel situation, like yeah, and it's just odd. There was definitely correlations within the book, like somewhat, a little bit, seeing it from the right side of the brain kind of situation. It's like underground stuff, different kind of people.
Yeah, the correlation with Tesla and Trump is definitely not ironic. We definitely are going to see that correlation surface a lot more, I feel like, and it's going to kind of bring a full circle thing, I feel like. So that's what I'm feeling anyways. So that's actually exciting to talk about that and let that surface more, because Tesla, his information is coming out more. And I mentioned this in a post, that I think that there are people that are reincarnating into kind of just bringing out his information through other souls that he had to share, because we're having free energy stuff pop up left and right. Tesla's information just like coming back through again, and it's like he was never gone. And it's exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting, and it's so It's like I want the new technologies. And it's weird because just before this whole pandemic arose, this guy had just invented or reinvented a flying car, and he was just about to release it, and then they put us all into lockdown. So there's always something that stops us from progressing, you know. It's just so annoying. I want my flying car.
I know. It's fine.
We have our flying Merkaba light soul bodies, right?
I know.
There's a series out there called Upload, and it's like 2020, let's say 26, and they have the fly supposedly, like it's like because they know how things are going to progress, they already have the flying cars in there. So according to that, within a
That's
5
not
year
too far
period,
off.
yeah, I want my flying car that I'll buy. I'm just like, I don't feel like buying a car, but that I want.
Of course, can you imagine?
Right, for teleportation.
Yeah, that's another one as well.
I mean, the ancients knew that very well. That's how they build such amazing things. I mean, pyramids, we see them everywhere because they were able to go from one place to another with teleportation.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to
Let's bring that back.
right. Yes.
Definitely.
My soul is just so stuck on teleportation. I'm just like, you know, getting from one place to another. I'm like, it's like my soul is spoiled with teleportation because I'm just like this whole traveling thing. It's just kind of difficult to comprehend. I'm like, no, why?
It's so slow compared to what we're going to. We need like quick and fast. We're not dense anymore.
Right.
It's just like our conversations. We don't really come and meet and spend that time. We just get on and quickly do our cut out the time, right?
Exactly. Yep.
It's
no time.
Same thing for the grocery shopping thing for me. Just click, click,
Yeah.
no traveling, no time, no waste.
Well, then that's when we need a replicator, so we could just go boop, 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 and then
yes. So in that series, they also had the replicator.
See?
Yeah, and weirdly enough, so when the series first came out, there was a poster in one of their houses in the series, and it said Oprah for president for I think 2024 with Kamala Harris as vice president, but that's because before she even came out to run for Joe Biden's thing. So there's some kind of plan thing there.
And on that cartoon show on Netflix that just came out, Inside Job, I don't know if you guys looked into that, but it's basically deep state plan coming out, but like within second or third episode, it's Oprah doing all this stuff with them, and it's really crazy. They just spill the beans on everything. Just all out there. Yeah, no joking.
Wow.
It has to happen at some point, because it's been so long, this whole, I know we don't talk politics, but this whole Hillary Clinton and the whole laptop and the whole everything.
Well, apparently everyone that has stuff on her disappears, right? So
yeah. I mean, you know, they went to arrest some pedophiles, and then the FBI got shot at the door. I mean, we're dealing with some serious people here, and they control the country, the world. They don't even control the country, they control the world.
Yeah. But it's coming. We can feel that energy. It's like crumbling. They're going to be their own source of downfall, because that's just how the light just goes right through.
Well, I've got a theory that we're run by AI already. I don't think that our leaders are real. Yeah, I think they're all clones, and they're being so ridiculous that everyone has to see. Because Boris Johnson this week has come out with 3 ridiculous things that you're like, if I said that, someone would take my child away and put me in jail.
What did you say?
On Sunday he spoke about, last Sunday he spoke about sacrificing a goat for the wind, for the wind spirit. He said it on TV. He wants to sacrifice a goat for the wind spirit. And then the next day
that's legit coming out. with what's
Yeah.
actually going on.
That's why I wanted to do that meditation for the wind. I thought to myself, fuck's sake, he's gonna actually wants to. And on top of that, I realized that when they call children kids, so what are kids? Baby goats. So what are you talking about? You want to sacrifice a goat, which is a kid, because they've got all these people watching him now. So it's like my mind is just blown. And then the next day he was in a meeting with these children, and they were talking about climate change, and I don't know about the animals, and they were like, well, he said, well, why don't we feed the humans to the animals in front of these children?
Wow. They just have to say it how it is. That's their agenda.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I mean, how crazy does it need to keep going, you know, for people to be like, maybe things aren't correct, maybe this is wrong, maybe things are screwed up, maybe these are not good people. Like, how much stuff do we need?
I don't know. I mean, look at Alec Baldwin.
It's been going on for so long, like, right? It's not nothing new, but the fact that they are televising it now, that gives us permission that we have to hold that accountability. We have to be responsible and rise up. Otherwise, we're just letting that happen. They're telling us.
Yeah.
That is the calling.
Yeah. That's why I just thought I've got to do that meditation for the wind, because if that's what he's got in his mind, and his woman is a witch and does work with that Abramovich lady, so it's not a joke, you know. He's there on TV telling us. So I thought, okay, right, we'll do a meditation for the wind. Anything that they want to say or do, then we counteract it with the light. That's all I can do, because when are they going to take these people down? That's my question.
Divine timing. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a long time now. How long are we meant to?
Very long.
I don't know. You know?
Yeah, it is though interesting to just how your perspective really decides how submersed in it you really are and how fearful you react. Because for me, honestly, I don't see my day-to-day being fearful and always just like looking for that next thing to just like that's just a lot of the other perspective. I feel my life right now is very enjoyable and very fulfilling and very I'm so blessed to have the opportunity to put content out there and share love and light, and that's just my perspective. That's how I see every day. But I know when I speak to people that are not quite that aware, they'll get there. But as of now, it's just all we're hearing is the agenda. So that's how they're seeing every day. That's all they're seeing. So they're not even seeing that there is something out there that could be better. But I'm living that way. So I'm living proof that that's happening, right? So just shifting that perspective and allowing that not to consume our minds and our conversations, I feel like is very important, because we're just keep feeding it instead of, like you said, meeting it and neutralizing it with the light.
Yeah.
Just my thoughts.
Yeah. That's how I just see it all. I just counteract it with some light, because it's too funny. I actually find it quite fun. I know it's not funny, but I find it a little bit funny.
Yeah.
We neutralize things. Yeah, we can laugh at them.
We have to laugh.
Yeah. It's comical. It's like, of course, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, the comedy does help neutralize it. I mean, it's funny, it's not funny, but yeah.
What else can you do?
Yeah.
Yep.
You just have to laugh it off.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. Yeah, these solar, oh my God. Like, are you guys tired? I'm exhausted today.
Yes, it's been crazy.
I've been sleeping like ridiculous amounts. I keep falling asleep on the sofa. That's it, just knocked out.
Exhausted. What is it? I don't even know what the last week and a half or so. It's been like just so much stuff coming onto our planet. Like us, I'm calling us frontliners. We're feeling it first, and like there's just so many people just like, oh my God, I'm sleeping so much.
Yeah.
drink water. Drink water, be nice to your body, take in, you know, whatever you need to take in to kind of keep your immune system, you know, functioning well. You know, elderberry, whether syrup, you know, capsules or tea, you know, and so many things. I'm doing oregano. I'm like, I did a oregano, basil, and thyme to
Nice.
kind of like, you know, like strengthen a little. My elderberry, I can't find my other batch, so I'm having it. I think it's coming in today. So just like, you know, just whatever I can do to make sure my immune system, my body's supported, you know.
Yeah.
Very important these days. I've been
Yeah.
very thirsty myself. I'm just like, just find myself always needing to drink something. So I'm like constantly, whatever it is, teas, waters, it's always by me. And I actually yesterday, my wife and I got the opportunity to go to the hot springs and soak and bathe in that, which was amazing. So rejuvenating. I'm like a whole new person after that. It was so much lighter. You could feel the minerals just like really taking over. It was nice.
Beautiful. See, that's the perfect
Lovely.
place to go right now.
Yeah, exactly. It was nice. We're gonna have to do that more often now. It's getting a
Yes,
little chillier.
sure.
So
Question for you guys. Have you, well, Nicole, I know you are from Lyra, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes, that is
How-
origin
Yeah.
Lyra.
Yeah. How about you, Shaleena?
I'm from Orion.
Ryan.
I have Orion in my chart. I don't know where exactly, but it is in there as well.
Where are you getting your chart reading?
I will have to send you that information. I don't recall her name, but she was someone that I found online a few years ago. But I'll have to share with you.
Yeah, I'm interested to
reading.
check that out. I'm from Arcturus.
Ah,
Wow. Look at us all representing.
Ballers over here.
I don't know. It's funny because I don't really talk about my galactic side, but I do. I done a lot of, when I was in Ibiza, I done a lot of like channeling with my friends and stuff. So we was asking all these different questions. So yeah, Orion was my star system that I'm from. And then I've got like this masculine side as well. I've got my masculine over there as well. I just have to call on him. It's just funny. I don't know. You know, when you get these messages, sometimes it's like, is it really real? And then I go online and all these things that I've been channeling and stuff are actually online. You can
So
find out.
yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm from Orion. I haven't found out much else about it though.
As soon as I found out that I was from Lyra, I purchased so many books that I could online. And I was just like having downloads and like seeing not necessarily like wars, but just like that feeling of connectedness of something familiar, if that makes sense. And just being like, wow, this like doesn't just make sense to what I'm experiencing and struggling with in this life, but also just like who I am and my characteristics and stuff kind of also make sense. I don't know. It's just one of those things that I was just like that aha moment. I was just like very thankful that I looked into that, I guess, just to understand a little bit more of our infinite souls, that we're not just limited.
Yeah, definitely.
When I was waking up, I feel like this area, so not exactly the heart chakra, but like above the heart chakra, it was kind of what led me and informed me. And somehow throughout the years, I kind of forgot that this is not exactly the heart. The heart is kind of like, you know, little more below. And recently I looked it up. It's called the higher heart. Have you guys, like, I still see people like when, you know, when doing things, they put their hands here. How do you guys feel between these two? Because for me, this is really, really strong. Like, this is like, I'm like, once I realized this recently, I'm trying to connect more with this area. instead of up here. Because like this is like information central, this guides me, this is like everything. This is just, it's not as
Yeah,
active.
that's actually,
So
go
you
ahead.
was your heart chakra's here, right?
Yeah.
So
Why does
your
it
higher
feel
heart
so
is
much
what,
stronger
here?
here?
Because it's so flat, it's just easy to put it there.
I don't know.
It's so weird. Like it
But,
feels so strong here. Over here, it's just like, you know, like the rest of me, you know. Here is just like this. I still don't know what it means.
I know what you mean. And it's actually funny you say that, because I was kind of reading more and understanding more about our solar plexus being our 0 point to our, like, if we visualize like a Taurus and like the Merkaba and everything like that, our 0 point would be our sacral chakra. And that is essentially like what mirrors the holographic, like from there. So also being able to withstand a good, solid, firm, that's the 0 point. That's where you are creating from. So to make sure that that's clear and clean as well is just as important as the connection between the two, and their communication is like really good.
I thought 0 point was the heart itself. Like that's the bridge.
Well, when you look at the shape and the space between of the Merkaba, that's where the energy comes from to come up to the heart chakra, which is then what is expressed. But the energy itself source is from the sacral chakra, which is the 0 point. I'll share that visual with you as well. But when you see it, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I want to see that.
It's the communication between the two. It's that space, the heart chakra, sacral space. It's that space, if that makes sense.
It also kind of makes sense, I guess, with if we look at the full picture of a human, that would be more the middle.
Yeah. Speaking of being in the middle, there was a spontaneous meditation that I had a gentleman on my Awakening Mass Meditations group ask if he could guide like a technique from ancient, I don't remember the culture, an ancient technique though. It's called sky meditation, where he tells you the bridge of your nose right here, that bone is literally the exact middle point of your face. And so when you get in this meditative position where you rest your head on your shoulders, so it essentially aligns the middle of your face, the bridge of your nose, to your spine actually. So you are resting your head so you can visualize the bridge and your spine, and you're looking up past the horizon, essentially straight up. And the technique of the body alignment is something you kind of have to get used to because it's uncomfortable at first. And our neck muscles are just naturally tight and stressed. And so it's hard to kind of hold that position for a long amount of time. But starting with just a couple minutes and allowing that just straight line and focusing on that, you start to hack up stuff and clear toxins and bacteria. You start getting tingly sensations behind your thymus and pineal gland when it's resting on your spine. It was amazing, the feelings that were coming through. I can't even tell you. But body alignment is everything. Like the alignment. We're used to like being, not straight, and we're not ever really in full chakra alignment, if that makes sense. Makes me want to sit up better.
Yeah, no, it's just adjusting myself. Yeah.
But yeah, it was a really cool meditation that I had never been introduced to or even known about the alignment points. So that was cool.
And where is that from?
He himself, I think, is from Israel. So I would have to look into where that source came from. He sent me a document, a PDF of it. So I'll share that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So much info. There's such an age of information.
Oh, I'm just hungry for it. So I look for it. I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah.
Fine.
Amazing.
How about people? You know what? I've been having some really strange dreams as well. Like so vivid. The dreams are coming through. I know we always talk about our dreams, but it's becoming more and more intense. Is that the word?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when I woke up this morning, it was like spirit was right here next to me. And I could just get the messages loud and clear.
Wow.
And the synchronicity, yeah, it's just crazy for me right now.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mine kind of slowed down a little bit, but it definitely was intense maybe last week, where it was just like my dreams were my reality. Couldn't tell which from which.
Yeah.
I love it. I don't know why. I don't remember my dreams usually.
That is, I went through a phase of that too, actually, for like months, and I was frustrated because I was trying to keep a dream diary, like journal, because I wanted to lucid dream so bad. And I was just like, all I can remember is that like feeling of something, but I'm like, can't even get a picture. What was that? You know, but now it's vivid. It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. What is that?
Don't know, there's a good crystal you can use that helps me. It's labradorite. I don't know if I said it right. But it's really it's like it's a traveling stone, so I sleep with it. And it takes you can do the lucid dreaming, you can really get these like powerful messages. And sometimes I have to put it away because it's just such a powerful stone. But try that labradorite. That's a good one.
Awesome. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
So that might help. And I use rose quartz with it as well, just for the love. So
I got
yeah,
rose quartz under my pillow.
yeah, I have to.
Yeah,
So
I wear a little thing of it.
It's everywhere. Oh yeah, I've got some over there.
There we go. Yes.
It's everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's different techniques you can use to start remembering your dreams as well. Like try not to eat after 9 o'clock, or stop eating at a certain time.
Yeah.
Just eat certain things that are going to help you. There's a particular tea, I think it's called Blue Lotus tea.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mugwort is supposed to be good for that as well.
Yeah.
Mugwort, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to be careful with mugwort as a woman as well.
Why?
So just because it's such a powerful one. People use it to what do they use mugwort for again? I don't know if that's the one for birth control. There's a particular one. I can't remember if it's mugwort.
Oh shit.
But there's so check that one out, mugwort. These herbs are super strong.
Yeah, I don't use it often, so that's good.
Yeah.
I don't like
But I know mugwort, be careful. But yeah, Blue Lotus tea, that'll make you fly.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I gotta start taking that. Maybe it'll help. Yeah, these are just such intense energies. Like stuff came in yesterday, like stuff came in today from the sun. So like supposedly we're building up to something really crazy. I mean, I don't really listen to stuff anymore just because like there's all these, things. It's like, oh, things are happening, and then it's like, where are they? I mean, we're feeling them, but like I want more evidence,
Yeah.
I'm feeling it. I'm exhausted, I'm tired, but I just want I guess I want the world to catch up a little more. I mean, don't we all? Yeah.
That is a starseed dream.
Imagine all those people that have been awake for decades.
Yeah.
And they've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and and then the promise of 2012 came around, and technically nothing happened, right? I mean, stuff happened. Huh?
Can you imagine how they felt when 2012?
Oh my God, we've only been we've been like really seriously, because I wasn't like technically I woke up 11 years ago, right? But I didn't wake up to what's going on in the world until when the lockdown went on, and then I dug and found stuff out, and I'm frustrated. How about the people with a decades worth of information? Holy crap.
Imagine.
Yeah.
No.
I'm not, oh my God. Yeah.
But then again, what are we waiting for? You know, like we're sitting here, we're waiting for something to happen. What are we waiting for?
Yeah,
That's
we are
the
the ones we're waiting for, right? That's the
Yeah,
saying.
exactly. We're already here. You know,
We are.
we're expecting like something big to happen, but we are the big thing that's going to happen.
Mhm.
Yeah.
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 I mean, I don't listen. I try not to listen to things, even with this new CME that they're talking about, ex-CME. I've
Yeah,
heard
right.
that so many times, and they're saying it's going to knock out the laptops. This, you know what I'm doing now?
I
I'm
don't
actually
listen to
going,
that.
please knock out the laptops.
I'm
Please
excited.
do something. Just do something. And
Yeah.
it's not doing it. And that just shows you
Mhm.
something, right?
Yeah.
It's just showing you something that it's all right anyway. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
We're sitting here waiting for something, but not really.
Not
Yeah, we're
really.
stunting our own growth, really, just sitting
Yeah,
here waiting for what?
we've just got to just be happy and grow our food and just stay focused on raising that vibration and frequency, really.
Yeah.
Because it's not that we're just waiting for the governments to collapse. I think that's the biggest thing. But everything else, it's us.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah, there's
really
actually
is.
many people that I have either talked to or just heard saying that, like awakened people that are learning or looking to put investments into, properties and places to or create retreats or create places to just meditate or come and just bring a community and start growing. So I'm seeing people putting their energy into creating these community-based healing, just like in line with our ascension, really. So I think just seeing them popping up more, that will just kind of, I don't know, radiate and instead of absorb, and we'll be able to see that a lot more, because we're hearing it more and we're seeing it more, just in our conversations. So I think that is kind of the first step to resonate out into physical, and it'll be a slow growth, but we're getting there.
Yeah.
I'm already seeing it.
Yeah, one step at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're relearning everything. Imagine we have to relearn everything.
Yep.
You know, and to relearn everything, first of all, you've got to realize that you've been lied to, and then you've got to recover from that lie before you can start to rebuild.
Honestly.
So
very important.
it's a whole process, you know, and it's just, we are here, but there's people that are way behind us that's just starting to wake up to this lie, and now they've got to rest, because you know, even now I still have to sit down and say, you know what, today I have to just turn it off, because we have to rest and grow within ourselves, because there's a lot to absorb. There's a lot of stuff going on and a lot to take in and let go of, and everything. We're doing everything at the same time. Plus, we're upgrading our bodies.
I know.
Finding out that we don't like certain foods anymore. It's just crazy.
Seriously, if we need to give ourselves a little credit, and we can't do that if we don't stop and just kind of reflect a little and realize how much we have grown, what programs we've shed, what new things have come in. I don't know. It's just, we do need to take time and appreciate how much we've grown. We are not the same people we were even like a month ago, a year ago, you know.
Yeah.
So that's something to say. I think we're not all stagnant, I don't think.
Absolutely. I agree. When I found out, like when the I was going down the rabbit holes and finding out information, the whole kid stuff about the kids, that all that stuff. Oh my God, that was really hard to integrate, because we can't just be upset about it forever for the rest of our life. Kind of gotta integrate it, just like we integrate our internal stuff, we have to integrate the external stuff. My God, it was so rough. I have goosebumps right now. I don't know. I don't think you could see, but my God, like at some point I was just like bawling, just like, it took a while, but like I'm in a place where like I'm obviously not pro it, but like I'm kind of like, you know, gathered myself and, you know, integrated, I guess.
Mhm.
It's when I first found out, when I went really deep, I stood in the rain for 2 hours and cried because I didn't know what else to do. And then you have, like you say, you have to integrate that. And I've worked with children for over 30 years so you call it welfare. I worked with them in all types of settings. And then when I found out that I was right in the middle of it, it broke me, you know, and I can't even work in that environment anymore because it's too much.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it broke it, you know, when you think I'm here to help the children, I'm going to be, you know, like the best teacher and help them and the best whatever. I was heartbroken. Even now I think I'm still heartbroken, and even when I see people working in the sector, I get a little bit angry, like, why are you doing that? I know you think you're helping, but you're actually not. You know, we're all in that environment thinking we're helping, but we're not. Because it was so huge.
Yeah.
And it's just every day. I don't know if I fully integrated that story into my life yet, because it's too deep for me.
We've integrated as much as we could, you know, and it's sometimes it's still a work in progress. It's rough.
Mm-hmm.
It's rough.
Yeah. And honestly, it's kind of maybe a tough thing to hear, but some people's, you know, just karmas and traumas, they might not even work out or understand until another life. It might not even get worked out here. But to slowly understand pieces even is huge. Like that perspective change and just understanding that there is something else is big, but doesn't mean that it can all happen here at this physical time. But in due time it will, you know, but we are so infinite, and I think understanding that just mortality in general can shatter so many illusions that we don't have. I mean, time, there's no end. We're going to keep growing. We're going to keep evolving. And I don't know, things affecting us now is still from past lives. This isn't our first time around, you know.
Yeah.
It's not going to be our last either. So we may not understand things now, and we have to be okay with that.
Yeah. I mean, that's just like the saddest thing. But, you know, every time we do meditations, they're always I always hold that in my heart. Like, we didn't allow it. You know, as soon as any of us found out, we immediately started screaming from the rooftops what was happening, you know. So, and there was people that weren't able to do that. And you know what? Everyone's got their life path as well. We're all here for a reason. Those children are here to show us something.
I agree.
True.
So yeah, that's how I kind of look at it. You know, they're
all
here
these
to
different
show us.
perspectives. Absolutely. All different angles, different perspectives.
Yeah, polarity. I mean, that's huge in general.
That's what it's about. That's why. Yeah, the 3D world has to have polarity. This is what causes growth. That's why we're here. As horrible as it is to say and hear, because it is.
Yeah.
There has to be an opposite, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's not very pretty, but it's showing itself, that's for sure.
Yeah. You know, the truth hurts. And people don't like hearing the truth because it hurts. But you know what? You feel better. It only hurts for a little bit. And then you feel better, like, okay, right, let's deal with this. We're not going to allow this to happen again. Not on my watch. No way.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, the knowledge does hold us accountable, which I think that we all need to not just ever look away. You're now accountable now that you have this knowledge to rise up. We're all one. We all feel each other's everything because we are one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you see, this is why there's so much sadness, because of all of that happening.
Yep.
Now I understand why there's so much sadness in the world. So it kind of made me think, oh, it's not just because of this, it's because there's a whole other thing going on.
Yeah. There are days where I just feel all this sadness and I'm like, where is this coming from?
Mm,
You know, there's days where I just like I tap into it, you know, unintentionally a little too hard. And wow,
mm,
we are one mind. We are one collective consciousness. Whatever happens to just one person affects the rest. So
yeah.
these kids suffering the way they do,
Mhm.
it's crazy.
No. That's why I know I'm smiling, but they're not going to get away with what they've done.
No.
Because the way I feel that what they've done to us and those children is just unforgivable,
Mhm.
you know. And they say, oh, love everybody. Yeah, well, this one's a bit hard. This one's a bit hard to love everybody. And it's showing you like, is love that? Love everybody regardless. No, I'm not going to love you regardless. I'm sorry. But then I don't have hate.
Is it love or is it accept it? Because
That's
for
what
me, it's accept it. Like I accept it. I don't love it. I accept it.
yeah,
Yeah,
non-judgment and acceptance.
that's a
But you
good
don't
one.
have to merge with that and be one and love that. But you
Right.
can
No.
see and accept that that's the polarity of
Just
yeah.
accept that this is fact. Not like I'm okay with it, but just accepting it that it's fact.
Mm,
It's not gonna go away just because I don't like it.
yeah,
Yeah.
acceptance. Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
Yeah, and it's also like you said, some days you're not sure where the sadness comes from, but it's okay to feel that and have those days because I mean that is how we have the roller coasters. We have to have, you know, the down to see
Mm,
that. And it is okay to feel sadness. It's okay to feel unsure and confused and lost at times because you're not going to be in a few days and or maybe a month or whatever it is. There's always going to be a certain cycle and it's okay to be there. And I
Right.
think people hearing that it's okay to be in those spaces gives courage because we are always thinking we're alone and we're feeling this, and we're the only ones, and it's so negative, and there's no positive, but there's always positive, and it's okay to feel the negative. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. You gotta go through that sine wave.
Sine wave,
Yeah.
yeah,
beautiful. Mhm.
yeah. Because I was just having a little dig at myself the other day because I was thinking, why am I so upset and moany and grouchy? And then I just thought, I'm allowed to feel like that sometimes. I am allowed. But then I'm like, but my life is good. Everything is great. Why am I feeling like this? And it was just, you know, just one of those things. But
Yeah, no fun.
no, it's not fun at all.
It's either our stuff coming up to be healed or we're tapping in. Who knows? But
Mm,
it needs to be felt. We
Yeah,
have to have respect for it,
yeah,
absolutely.
process it, to transmute it, feel it to heal it.
yeah.
Feel it, heal it.
I like that. Feel it to
Mhm.
heal it. Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
So you
Mm,
guys, should we do a meditation before we go? How about we do one for the children?
yeah,
That is a great idea.
Since we're on the topic.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
let's
good
do.
stuff.
Who would like to start?
Go on, Natasha.
Okay. As we take deep breaths into our lower lungs and connect our bodies and imagine that there is a cord running down from our base chakra, down into the earth, down to the core and connecting, helping us to feel stable and grounded. and connected, and helping us to integrate any information that is still lingering that needs to be processed. May this information be transmuted, and may our hearts feel lighter. May we spread this integrated feeling and this integrated vibe across the planet so it's not so heavy. And may we send healing vibes to those souls that took on this mission to go through this misery. Only the strongest souls can deal with such things. And I just want to say I appreciate these individuals and I thank them and I send them loving light, healing light. May we hold space for these individuals, have them in our hearts. May our hearts be with theirs. May there be a transformation on this planet where these souls can go home, back to source. May all these shenanigans no longer happen.
Thank you. Let's hold in our heart these little souls that have chosen this journey for us to see. Today is the 31st of October, known to some as Halloween, also to others as Day of the Dead, and also it's All Saints' Day. For this day, I'll choose All Saints to watch over the children and the young souls that have bravely taken on the task so that we could see. And now that we have seen, we are here to walk with those young souls and help them through these times, along with the saints. Thank you. Thank you for still allowing us to actually help you and heal you and heal ourselves at the same time. Today we'll call on all the saints to watch over us from now on. Thank you.
Thank you. And we hold this loving light that we all hold for these children who have volunteered to be such examples to us, that they may be protected, that they may be held with such light and such love and such gratitude, for they have chosen such an important incarnation these children who have chosen such difficult paths. We thank you. We love you. And we are sending you compassionate love and understanding that you are not alone. We love you and you are protected, and this shall no longer be our reality, for we are shifting and transmuting. All children are now safe and held with love, and they are at one with all family. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
May there be a bubble around our planet Earth of such high vibe that it is uncomfortable for anything that is not vibing high, anything that is not service to others. May this bubble be very uncomfortable for these energies. May they be pushed out. And may there be now, as we are here at this moment in time, may there be a violet flame within this bubble. May this planet have this violet flame transmute all the energies that are ready now to be transmuted. I feel it.
And so it is.
And so,
And so it is.
thank you.
Thank you.
Mm.
Such a heavy topic, you guys, but I'm glad we spoke on it.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna end this recording. So thank you guys.
Bye.
Thank you. Talk to you soon.